So I just got my first experience with being mad that I just did a holding video and then I got a phone call and it fucked up my shit on my phone studio. So bummed about that. However, it was supposed to happen. It was a long one too. I swear I spoke for like 20 minutes and I even sang. But I'm just making this video, guys, because it's been about 2, maybe 3 weeks since I made a video. And I just feel like I'm not going to give a lesson every time I give a video, but I will get a little insight on my life. And right now I'm at the end of a cycle. And I'm just so stinking excited because I've been learning my lessons. I've been going through these relationships and jobs, and it's multiple in all within the last year. And my Atlanta, I'm tired. I want to land. And in me learning my lessons, I have definitely gotten to a way better place. Not gonna lie. Not saying that my life has been amazing in the last year and a half, because I mean, it has been amazing, but it doesn't mean that I've been just like living my best life, just so happy all the time. I definitely had some snotty bubble cries, definitely had some heartbreaking moments, definitely been pissed off, and left a couple of jobs, left a lot of people behind, and I've learned to cling to myself and love myself. And it's been the best thing that I could ever do. And I've noticed that every time I've learned my lesson, go to the next level, there's something great waiting for me. And it's like it just kind of shows me how small my dreams have been for the longest time. I can say that I've been procrastinating, but then at the same time, I feel like the procrastination is just part of the journey. It's an aspect of who I am, and I definitely accept all those parts of me. And then also, too, it's like being in my divine feminine now, knowing that I don't have to work. Who wants to work all the time? I know people that work 7 days a week. I used to work like maybe 6, then I worked 5, then I worked 4, now I work 3, and now I make more money than I've ever made. And I just feel like the one person that told me that I needed to slow down, you know what? I appreciate you. And slowing down was the best thing that I could have ever done. And yeah, with the whole situation that happened last year, I feel like it was definitely tragic for a lot of people. But for me, it was life-changing and eye-opening, and I know it's been that way for a lot of other people as well. And yeah, the mask is off. Because now I know who the hell I am. And I'm so happy with who I am. And I feel like now it's like a closet that's off the tracks. I'm on the tracks. I'm on the track to who I am. And I'm really grateful for that. And I owe that all to my higher self, the Most High, spirits and ancestors around me. Yeah. And just to who I am and who I've become. To all the people that have been part of my journey, I'm so grateful. Some people have just been a small piece, but a big piece at the same time. And some people have been there for a very long time and have contributed a very small amount, but it's all relevant. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm just grateful. I'm very, very grateful. And I am trying to get my mini hats together and organized so I can create a video on showing you guys how to manifest. But what I can say is that you are literally manifesting every day. And you are manifesting with your thoughts, with your words, with the people that you're around in your environment. But you also have to realize that it's the things that are coming from within. You're manifesting with your feelings. And yeah, so meditation is key. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know how to do it. It's hard for me to focus and stop my mind. Just practice with the 10 breaths. And then after you do the 10, bring it on up. 15, if you got to do it like that. 20, 25, 30, and you'll notice that every time you become more and more peaceful. And eventually you will slow down. And when you slow down enough, you're going to start getting some messages. And that is just, it's like a great way to just kind of calm things down. Sorry, I'm looking out my window. It's just an easy way to calm things down. But then when you want to put a little extra something on it, when you're like, I'm trying to manifest, girl, I want this and I want that, and I want my life to be like that. Well, you got to start visualizing it. Visualize it and, write it down. Write it down like Erykah Badu said. When you write things down, when you're spelling, it's a spell. So write those down. One thing that I always do is keep a vision board. Everything that I say that I want to do, I put it on a vision board. I don't really put a time on it because I know that the amount of time that it takes me to get to what it is that I want to manifest really depends on me listening to the lessons and the messages that we get every day reflected through our interactions with people, places, and things. Okay? So it's like when you go to work and you have a situation with somebody and, so what I can say is this. When you notice that things start to not align, when they stop aligning, when it seems like there's too much friction, let it go. When you start letting go of things, it opens up space. And these things that you're supposed to be letting go of, or you should be letting go of, I feel like this is the universe's way of giving you what it is that you want. And a lot of the times, I swear, because the highest vibration of energy is love. If it's love, then you know that you're going to have to choose yourself. You're going to have to love yourself, And even when it comes to your children are your offspring, you know what I'm saying? But then at a certain point, you may have to choose yourself when it comes to your children and put them in check or kick them out the house because they're too old, and or whatever because they're disrespectful, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can't even say that because like me living with my dad until I was 35, even just living with my boyfriend now, whatever. It's like, I feel like all these relationships that we have, they're relevant to teach us a lesson. And so some person may say, oh, she's 35, she lives with their dad. But in my mind, I'm like, dang, it took me 6 years to raise my inner child in my dad's house and get to this point where I'm in my highest self. It's not like my dad was taking care of me or whatever. But even if that was the case, if that was part of my journey, you got to accept that part. You got to be okay with saying, this is what's going on right now. This is what I want to do. So spirit, ancestors, higher self, God, whatever you want to reach out to and ask for help, you ask for that and you be on your journey to get to where it is that you need to go. And trust and believe. They're all around you, helping you out. So it's really up to you to not go against the grain of what you're asking for. And I see these things where people are advertising that they should reverse manifestation. And just say, you're getting in the way of your own self. You don't have to pay for a class to know that you're getting in the way of your own self. When you say, this is what I want, oh, I don't want to be with this dude anymore, I just want to be happy, he always brings me down, da 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 da. Well, tell him to go. Or go. Well, but no, it's not a well or a but. See, that's why you're not at this place, but you have to believe in yourself and love yourself and know that you can handle the next stage, right? But if you keep telling yourself no, guess what? No, it ain't gonna happen. And that's with anything. It's not just relationships, with jobs. You can sit there and be the one complaining about your job all the time. You know, you don't have to work for nobody if you really didn't want to. You could put a little bit of time aside every day, even 3 days a week if you really wanted to, and really start building on a job or a career that you can work for yourself. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. And yeah. But this mentality, this mindset, no matter what anybody told me about myself, if they told me that I was selfish, if they told me that I was mean, because I'm not choosing them and I'm choosing me, guess what? Like I said, I work 3 days a week. I make the most money that I've ever made before, and I'm fucking happy and I'm free. And I'm getting ready to move out of my boyfriend's house. And I just want you to know, I created the home within these walls. And I learned that I did that, and my potential in doing that. And that's something that I will give to myself before I give to somebody else, you know, especially when I find that for me, it's a codependent relationship. I'm just relying on somebody to please me emotionally, to be there for me emotionally, when really at the end of the day, I can't expect for you to ride my emotional roller coaster, especially because I don't want to ride your emotional roller coaster, you know? And I feel like if that's what I was looking for, that's something that I could provide for myself. That whole I can do bad by myself. Well, you know what? I can do good by myself too. And I can do good and still have people in my life, like have him in my life still, but have another place of my own where I could be like called my safe space, you know, the safe space where if I don't want to be bothered with somebody's buffoonery or even just their ideals or their conversation or the way they chew or whatever, you know, I don't really have to. And when I'm there and I'm by myself and I'm like, oh, I'm alone, because this is what it comes to. Because when I was living by myself before, I was like, I just want to live alone. I don't want to live alone. I always let somebody to stay with me. And then I was like, oh, I can go help my dad. And then I ended up over there. And it's like, was I really helping my dad, or was he helping me out? Or was it just a codependent relationship? And where is this stemming from? Is it my mom or my dad? You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like the trauma that people experience in their childhood and being abandoned makes them cling on to other people. And I feel like that's a cycle that had to be broken within my mom's family and my dad's family. And I finally fucking figured it out. And I'm not going to be that. And I got like a foot and a half out the door right now. I'm actually, after I end this video, I'm getting ready to go apply for a 2 apartments. And I'm going to go see if there's some more that I like. And I'm going to see what's good, you know, because it's really not about me not affording it. It's really, how much do I love myself? And even in the times that I feel alone, can I give myself what I'm thinking that somebody else should be giving to me? And when somebody else does give me something that's close to that, is it their responsibility to give me that all the time? No, it's my responsibility to give it to me. And I'm so grateful that I learned this lesson, because the tarot says, now that I've learned my lesson, abundance is on the other side. That's why I got to hurry up and get my ass off this video and go turn in that application. This is all some real shit. And everybody ain't going to tell you the business like that. But I'm very comfortable with who I am and where I'm going. And yeah, I just hope it inspires you guys to choose yourself. Love thyself. And what does it look like? It could look like a lot of things. It could look like being quiet. It could look like reading a book, taking a bath, taking a walk in the forest, telling somebody to leave you alone, because you're over it. You know, that's loving yourself too. Loving yourself could be giving yourself kisses and huggies. We like huggies. I love huggies. I give great hugs too. But yeah, love yourself, guys. And see you in the next video.